Imagine waking up, swinging your legs out of bed, and the moment your feet hit the floor, you feel that familiar, dull ache in your calves. You think it's just the stiffness of age, or perhaps you slept in a strange position. But then, as you walk toward the kitchen for your first cup of coffee, you notice a slight heaviness, like you're wading through deep water. This innocent morning routine is a scenario played out in the bedrooms of hundreds of thousands of people every single year. And the terrifying truth is that this isn't just getting older. It is often the very first warning sign of a cardiovascular system on the brink of collapse. If you are over the age of 60, I need you to listen closely, because your body is likely sending you signals that your own primary care physician might be overlooking. This message could literally save your life. To understand why your legs hold the secret to your heart's health, you have to view your body as a high-pressure machine. In a healthy state, your heart pumps oxygen-rich blood through flexible, open pipes to your furthest extremities. But when high cholesterol and inflammation begin to take hold, your body enters a protective, yet destructive mode. Plaque builds up, creating a physiological minefield that narrows these pathways. Your blood pressure spikes to force fluid through smaller gaps. Your extremities are starved of oxygen. Waste products like lactic acid pool in your muscles. Your heart works double time just to keep you standing. Tonight, you will learn the 7 specific leg and foot signals that mean your arteries are narrowing long before a heart attack strikes. The 7 silent signs. 7. The ghost. Cramp. Many people don't see this as dangerous, often dismissing it as a lack of potassium or simple dehydration. Here is what is actually happening inside your body. Your leg muscles are screaming for oxygen that isn't arriving because of arterial clogging. It's like trying to run a car engine without enough oil. Eventually, the piston seizes. A landmark study published in The Lancet found that intermittent leg pain during walking is a 70% predictor of significant coronary artery disease. Take Harold, a 64-year-old grandfather who started noticing a stitch in his calf that vanished the moment he sat down. He ignored it until he collapsed. He had a 90% blockage in his main artery. The fix. Starting tonight, perform the elevation check. Lie flat and lift your legs to a 45-degree angle for 1 minute. If they turn pale or ghostly white, it's a sign of poor arterial flow. 6. The sinking sock. Mark. This surprises almost everyone because we've been told for years that swollen ankles are just a sign of a salty dinner. When your heart's right side weakens, it can't pull blood back up from your feet effectively. Gravity wins, and fluid leaks into your tissues. This is not a skin issue. It is a pump failure issue. Research in the American Heart Journal indicates that persistent lower leg edema in seniors increases the risk of congestive heart failure by nearly 5-fold. A patient named Martha noticed her favorite shoes wouldn't fit by 4 p.m. She thought it was the heat, but her heart was actually struggling to keep up with its workload. The fix. Reduce your sodium intake to under 1/500 ml starting today, and wear compression socks during your most active hours to help your heart push the blood back up. 5. The missing hair. Mystery. This is the sign talked about the least in clinics, and men often ignore it entirely. Hair follicles are tiny living organisms that need steady blood to survive. When arteries narrow, your body pulls blood toward vital organs, leaving your extremities in a state of oxygen starvation, which kills the follicles. Research published in Diabetes, Obesity, and Metabolism confirmed that hair loss on the lower legs correlates significantly with peripheral vascular disease in seniors. I once had a patient who noticed his leg hair disappeared from the ankle up to the mid-calf. He thought it was friction from socks, but the exam showed severe blockage. The fix. The shine test. If the skin on your leg looks shiny, tight, and suddenly hairless, it's a sign of poor circulation. Start a 10-minute brisk walk daily to open small vascular pathways. 4. The ice block foot. Most people assume they just have bad circulation or need thicker socks. If one foot is consistently colder than the other, your heating pipes, your arteries, are physically blocked. This means blood flow is so poor it cannot maintain tissue temperature. The American Heart Association identifies persistent cold extremities in adults over 60 as a consistent symptom of narrowed peripheral arteries. Do not use heating pads if your feet are cold due to poor circulation. Loss of sensation might lead to accidental burns. Instead, massage your feet with warm oil to stimulate natural flow. 3. The non-healing nick. This is where the situation moves from annoying to genuinely dangerous. High cholesterol or sugar makes blood thick and vessels narrow, preventing white blood cells from reaching a cut. The wound stays open, turning your foot into a gateway for bacteria. The CDC reports that ignored small foot ulcers are the leading cause of non-traumatic lower limb amputations in the United States. James, age 65, ignored a blister for 2 weeks. He ended up in surgery because the infection reached the bone. The fix. The 48-hour rule. Any cut or scratch on your foot that doesn't show clear improvement within 48 hours requires an immediate medical consultation. Do not wait for it to get better. 2. Discolored distress. Signals. Darkening, deep red, or bluish tints around the ankles are often written off as sun damage or age spots. This is your skin telling you that blood flow to that region is inadequate. The skin starved of fresh oxygen changes color. It's a distress signal you can see with your own eyes. A study in the Journal of the American Academy of Dermatology found these skin changes are detectable nearly 18 months before a formal diagnosis of major vascular issues. The fix. Perform 5 minutes of ankle circles and calf stretches every morning to force blood into the lower extremities before you even get out of bed. 1. The midnight fire. This is the #1 sign and the most terrifying because it hits you while you're alone in bed. When nerves are damaged by chronic oxygen deprivation, they fire random signals. Your brain interprets this as burning or hot needles. Even if your foot is cold to the touch, it is like a fire alarm with a faulty sensor going off for no reason. A landmark study in the New England Journal of Medicine found that nocturnal nerve pain in the feet often precedes major cardiac events by 18 to 24 months. My own father used to put his feet in cold water every night to put out the fire, not realizing his nerves were dying from lack of blood flow. The fix. Pre-sleep protocol. Massage your feet for 5 minutes before lying down to calm congested nerves and improve the health of your blood vessels. Actionable routine. Here is your complete vascular guard nighttime protocol to ensure your heart and legs stay in sync. 8 p.m. Drink 8 ounces of water with lemon to assist kidney filtration and reduce overnight blood viscosity. 8:30 p.m. Perform toe point pumper stretches while seated to manually engage the calf muscle pump. 9 p.m. Inspect your feet. If they are significantly paler than your shins, note it for your doctor. Before bed. Elevate your feet 6 inches above your heart for 15 minutes using a wedge pillow. Your heart has been beating for you, second by second, for over 60 years without asking for a single day off. It is the most loyal partner you will ever have. Start giving it something back. Take control of your health starting tonight, because you still have many more miles to walk and many more memories to make. Subscribe. Every week I share life-saving health information explained clearly for adults over 60. Like, it tells the algorithm to show this to other seniors who may be ignoring these silent signs right now. Comment. Go to the comments and write, I am checking my feet tonight. Share. Share this with a partner or a sibling. You may never know whose life you protect by simply hitting send.